achievements I have to list. So, Shield of Appreciation received from the Texas Instrument for the India Innovation Challenge Design Contest 2018, and also the Best Achievement Award by TSFA Award received from the Pondicherry Chief Minister in the year of 2017, and also the Best Proctor Award in 2018 received from the Nanda Engineering College, and also Best Faculty Award received in the 2015 from the Nanda Engineering College. He received five copyrights titles from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Department of Industry Policy and Promotions, Copyright Office, New Delhi. He published three important books: The Mysterious Guides, Live Successful, Happy, and a Healthy and Balanced Life. The second book name is Life Lessons and Successful Formula from PUBG, and Cushion Bank, Cushion Bank from the Electronic Devices. It is also under the copyrights. So, in the era of digitations, he is the New Age Digital Professor. It is my honor to request Mr. Jayachandran sir. So, please gathering your questions.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks for the nice intro. And I don't know your name, but thanks for the nice intro. And big, your name, please.
Yes, Vinod sir.
Okay, thank you. So thanks for the best intro, and big thanks to the convener, Dr. S.J. Narmada, HOD, MCT, and coordinators MM Jagan and Mr. R. Vinod for the wonderful opportunity given to me. And I'm sure you will be glad for this opportunity. And let me share my experience about copyright. So let me present my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I hope my screen is shared to you now. Correct?
Yes, sir. It start plus something.
Thank you.
Sir, it is visible.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is 2 days STTP on intellectual property rights and the patent process, and the topic is given to me is regarding copyrights, and I present this topic second time on this occasion. And when I present this topic at the very first time in Nanda Engineering College IPR cell, I put a topic strategy for filing copyrights. And after presenting this paper, I came to know many of my colleagues and students they applied for copyright. So I put another word in front of the title that is simple strategy for filing copyrights. And that's what I'm going to explain now. Simple strategy for filing copyrights. And as the intro given, my name is Jayachandran, assistant professor, Vitam WCU, Ananda Engineering College, here. My objective of this seminar is participants will be able to not only understand but also able to apply and receive a copyright certificate. See, yes. Um, does it get any noise or can't you? I think someone has opened mic. I guess if it is my, I it no problem. Hello, mic check. Is this okay? Yeah, fine. Thank you. Let's be right. So the objective of this seminar is participants will be able to not only understand but also able to apply and receive a copyright certificate. See, being a developing faculty, I also attend a lot of seminars, STTP, FTP like this. But what mostly we receive from the resource person is, see, if it is a patent process, speakers will come and address that what is patent and what are the examples for the patent and real-time applications for patent and what is the cost and what is the validity for the patent process. All those things they will give to us. But the problem is, due to time constraint or some other issues, they do not reveal how to apply the patent process or copyright. Say, for example, whether we want to apply copyrights or patent in online mode or offline mode, or if I apply online mode, should I send any hard copy to the particular concern office as a hard copy towards courier? All those informations are missing. So my objective is, that's why I have given, you will be understanding about what is copyright and all those information theoretically, as well as I'm going to tell you from the step 1 to till how you receive the certificate, copyright certificate, which I have given right side of the slide. You can see there. This is one of my copyright certificate which I received from the government of India, and for the topic is the mysterious guide. See, from the step 1 to how to get this particular certificate through the entire process, I am going to explain. So both this session will be both theoretical as well as practical session. So please pay attention so that you will understand and also apply for copyright, and surely you will get one of the copyright certificate from the government of India, and I am very sure and very confident about that. And that's why my objective is you will understand and also you will receive a copyright certificate from this particular seminar. Both theoretical as well as practical approach will be here. Right. So from yesterday, we have been listening to these three words: patent, copyrights, and trademark. And many experienced people explain about what is patent, copyright, and trademark. And from my point of view, I will explain what is what about patent, copyright, and trademark. And then I will get into my topic, what is called copyright. Right. So this is the simple explanation which I can give about patent, trademark, and copyright. And from this slide, we will remove one by one. First, we'll remove patent and we'll remove trademark, and then we'll get into the copyright area. So first, patent, as many people said yesterday, patent is awarded to the inventors and simply for ideas and innovations. And ideas and innovations can be patent, and trademark is for brands and companies, and the main focus of the trademark is to differentiate the companies with the help of brand names, or to avoid confusion from the customer point of view. Say for example, if two different companies they use same name, people will get confused which is the original company and where we want to approach. So to avoid this, we have to have a brand name. So that brand name is what is called coming under the trademark. And the trademarks usually for logos and short names and short phrases and symbols, all those things will be coming under the trademark, and people already explained these two also. And the third one is copyright. Copyright is for creators. Creation means it is about your own writings or recordings or musics or photographic or any creative intellectual things will be coming under the copyright process. So for example, songs, books, photos, and art, all these creative sort of things will coming under the copyrights. And brand names, brand logos, brand symbols, all those things coming under the trademark category. Innovation, ideas, and the technologies coming under the patent things. And from this particular Coca-Cola brand, we can come to know the difference between copyrights, trademark, and also what is the called patent. So you can see the Coca-Cola. See, Coca-Cola, the name is a brand name, and over the Coca-Cola we see R with encircle. This shows that it is a registered trademark, which is Coca-Cola, where we can use only the Coca-Cola company can use this particular name. Other companies should not use the word Coca-Cola. That is the brand name. It is a registered trademark. And the formula for creating Coca-Cola drink is the invention thing. That formula is coming under the trade secret as well as the patent area, because this is the exclusive or unique product. The drink Coca-Cola is a unique product which coming through some particular formulas. Even they don't reveal the formula to others, but still it is a patent formula. The drink is a patent one. And the art over the cover, that red cover with Coca-Cola word, that is nothing but copyright area. So that artic area coming under the copyrights, and some text which is present on the cover is also coming under the copyright area. And another patent which is nothing but design patent. So design patent is nothing but the bottle design. So bottle design and the cool drinks, that formula that is the invention thing. Both are coming under the patent area. And the artistic work on the cover is nothing but a creative work that is coming under the copyrights. And the name Coca-Cola is a brand which is coming under the trademark. So this is a simple explanation about or differentiation between trademarks, copyrights, and patent is for invention. Design patent. And Coca-Cola, the name is a trademark, and copyright is nothing but the artistic work on the label, right? So this is all about the difference between Coca-Cola, so difference between trademarks, copyrights, and patent. And this patent was filed in 1886 for the formula. They received a patent for this Coca-Cola drink. So we removed patent, will coming into the trademarks, and then we'll move to the copyrights. So trademark issue happened in Tamil Nadu on the topic Talapakattu. See, there was a controversy between Dindigul Talapakattu and Chennai Talapakattu. See, when you pronounce the word Talapakattu, the last word, the last letter, Talapakattu or Talapakatti, people don't pronounce perfectly. So people get misinterpreted by the word Talapakattu. So Dindigul Talapakatti, they filed a case against Chennai-based Talapakattu Biryani Center. And finally, court ordered that Chennai-based Talapakattu Biryani Center should not use the word Talapakattu. Only Dindigul Talapakatti Biryani should use the Talapakattu word. Why? Because see, Dindigul Talapakatti Biryani, they emerged very long ago, and they started gaining customers towards their shop. But simply the other company uses the same word Talapakattu for their own business. It is actually a misinterpretation to the people side, and they get money from the work of actual Talapakatti Biryani Center. So just by using the name Talapakattu, people will go to the Chennai-based Talapakattu also, because people get confused the word Talapakatti. They think that it is a branch of Dindigul Talapakatti, so they get confused. So to avoid confusion and also to avoid misusing the actual owners or actual brand, actual hard work of others for other companies' purpose, and that is why we need to have a trademark. If we do not have trademark for the word Talapakattu, anybody can use the word Talapakatti or Talapakattu. But if we have a proper registered trademark for the particular word Talapakatti, then no other can use that particular word Talapakatti. Only Dindigul Talapakatti Biryani Center should use the word Talapakatti. Others cannot use this particular word, and that is the main important of the trademark. So two things. One is for avoiding misuse of the actual brand name by others. Second one is people will not get confused with the same word by different companies, and that is the reason we have a trademark or registered trademark. And finally, court also ordered Dindigul Talapakatti is the actual owner of the word Talapakatti. So finally, Chennai-based Talapakatti Biryani, they dropped the word and they changed the name for the other values. And there is a little bit confusion about trademark and registered. Somewhere you can see TM over the short phrase. So as I said in the beginning, trademark is for slogan or short phrases or for any logos or symbols. You can see winners don't do different things, they do things differently. It is the phrase said by the author of the book You Can Win, and it was initially TM trademark, and later it has become, you can see, registered trademark in the same phrase, right? Over the same phrase, you can see R encircled here, and previous book edition we got only TM here. So what is the difference between TM and registered R? The difference is TM means anybody can use TM even without any registration. Say for example, the phrase winners don't do different things, they do things differently. It was said by the author of the book You Can Win. After that, this particular quote become very famous. So since the quotes or the phrase became very famous, it has become an identity for the particular author. So when you say this particular phrase, we'll come to know the person, Sivakera, the author of the book. And in Tamil, we can say that Nalai Namade and Ratatin Ratamana Anvudan Purpakale. So when we say all these phrases, we'll come to know the actual personality who usually uses this particular word. Whether it is politicians or movie actors, even Rajinikanth uses many different short phrases in his movies. All those are becomes very famous. Even Magilchi, all those things are a trademark for Rajinikanth, or sometimes Rajinikanth is trademark for those words. So interchangeably, these famous quotes, phrases that tells us the brand, trademark, or identity of the particular person. So without registration, one can use just TM over any phrases. With registration, the government is also agreed that this is identity or a brand of particular personality, Shiv Gera. That is the difference between TM and R. So TM means not registered. Anybody can use over any phrase or codes or any logos. But if it is properly registered, government also approved that this phrase is an identity or a brand for the author of this particular book. You can win. So you can see the difference between TM and R. So over 2 million copies sold in 16 language. It was TM, and later he got approved for 2.6 million copies sold. He received registered trademark for the same phrase. So that's what the difference between trademark and registered trademark. It is very simple explanation about the difference between trademark and registered trademark. Now we'll get into our own topic, what is called copyright. So patent is for ideas, inventions, and innovations. Sometimes design patent also available, and trademark is for branding yourself or your company, or any logos can be used for uh, uh, branding your companies or yourself or books, whatever it is. And copyright is for literary work or any creative works. So creation means it may be writings, or it may be any artistic work, or it may be a music composing, or it may be a short film or cinematographic. All those things are coming under the creative work. So all those creative works can be copyrighted by the government. And like why the issue happened between Talapakatti and Talapakattu, the same way there are problems occur in the copyright issues also. If we do not properly copyright the documents or artistic work or any cinematographic works, musical works, then we will be in a worry because we want to copyright. Otherwise, the issue will come. I'll tell you one recent issue happened between our in Tamil cinema regarding this copyright. So simply copyright is for creative works. That creation may be any writings or literary work, or it may be a musical work, or it may be any cinematographic, or it may be a composing of music. All those things coming under the creative work. That creative work coming under the copyrights. Okay. So creative work is for copyright. Branding is trademark. Innovation and new ideas for patent. And what can be protected by copyrights? So these are the list that can be protected by copyrights. Your literary work or writings work, musical work, or any art, cinematographic, sound recording, photographic, or computer generated any work like any programs. And the problems is you can see the Mona Lisa picture here. So because of this Mona Lisa painting, Da Vinci was very famous. If someone claims that this Mona Lisa is their work, then the history would have been totally different. Because this art was painted by Da Vinci, so that the art also was very famous, and Da Vinci also was very famous. If someone claims that this work is some other work, then Da Vinci name would have been erased from the history, and someone would have been there in the history. So to avoid these type of conflicts, we have to register under the Copyrights Act all those paintings, musics, or books, or your own writings, any cinematographic work. All those things should be properly registered to protect the history also, because copyright is history. The Da Vinci Code drawings are history now. So if you want to make a history, you have to go under the protection of copyrights if you are a good creator. And in the table, you can see literary and dramatic work that is called, or the creator is called author. And musical work is for composer, and producers for cinematographic and sound recording, and photograph for photographic work. So when you want to register these works, we have to register either author or composer or producer or photographer. I'll show you that when you see the practical approach for filing the copyrights. Okay, so we have to register our work either under author or composer or producer or photographer. And so every book you can see that phrase over here, this paragraph, that is no part of this book may be reproduced or distributed in any form by means of stored database retrieval system without the prior written consent from the publisher. What it shows that, see, I can create a book from for example, first unit I can take from one book, second unit I can take from some other book. Like that, all the 5 units I can cover from different books, and I can change the cover of the book, and I will create a new books. If I create so, this is the copyright infringement. That means we should not copy directly what is there in the others creation. We can take others creation, we can modify it, and then we can reproduce it. But we cannot simply take all the information which is already available in some others books, and I cannot reproduce it. And that is what this means. No part of the book may be reproduced without any prior written consent. If we produce that, it is a copyright infringement, and they can file a case against us, so that we will we will go to the court and we have to rectify all those things. But it is not restricted to. Not restricted means, if for example you take a circuit theory book, and in Tata McGraw-Hill, some author have written some circuit and they have solved some answers. You cannot take the same picture exactly and the same answer exactly for creating your book. Instead of doing that, you can take the circuit and you can modify it and you can use in your work. But if you simply copy the exact information present in some other's work and you reproduce it, it will be an offense, and you have to face consequences for copying others' creation. And the recent issue happened between Ilayaraja and SPB. This is what happened. You know, as I said in the previous slide, musical work is for composer, right? And tunes are designed by Ilayaraja, and lyrics written by some lyrics. But what the contribution of singer in the musical work is, they give voice for the tune and they take lyrics from the lyricist, which means the singers, they get paid for the song. They do not have any creation in this particular musical work. See, creation means music is a creation, lyrics is a creation, but giving voice to the tune and the lyrics is not a creative work. So a singer cannot claim copyrights when compared to composer and the lyricist. They have their own copyrights when compared to the singer. But singer, they have their own copyrights, but up to some extent. They cannot use beyond that extent. But when they go beyond that extent, they have to pay to the tune composer Ilayaraja or the lyrics someone else. And that's what the issue happened in Tamil Nadu, that Ilayaraja filed a case against SPB, that SPB uses Ilayaraja's tune in all the places for earning money, but he does not get any share for his composing tunes. And that's what the problem happened. And finally they solved, and SPB also, sorry, he passed away. And the problem is related to the copyright issue. So simply we cannot take others' creation and we cannot earn money from the creation, especially. So everything coming into the business or money related work, we have to be very careful. If you are just taking and giving speech in somewhere else or going for the function and singing a song, no issues. But if we use others' tune, others' lyrics or others' book for earning money, then it will be a big issue. That is called copyright infringement. So one cannot use without others' permission. We cannot use it for commercial purpose or for earning the money. And that's what the issue happened between Ilayaraja and SPB. And finally everything got solved, and Ilayaraja now gets paid for his own creation. And this is the copyright issue. And there is no single international copyright for world. If you get copyright in India, it may not be worked out for some other country. If you go to America, this may not be useful. Your copyright may not be applicable in the foreign countries. So it is only applicable in India. If you want to get copyrighted for your composing or your books, you have to get copyright in other countries also. And that is why in some of the books you might have seen that this book is sold only in India, Nepal, Pakistan, not for other countries. If you see this book is sold in some other company, kindly write a letter to us so that we'll take care of this. These type of complaints also available in the many books. I have seen this in Robin Sharma book, that it is available in India, Nepal, and Pakistan and some other countries. If it is going beyond the other countries, it is an illegal. So illegal business. Illegal business means it is a copyright issue. So one can sell their own books with or where they get copyright. It is no issues. For other countries, this may not be valid. And being a student and being a faculty, what can easily be copyrighted? So see, these are the list. I personally felt that faculty and students can utilize to get copyright. First one is books. If you write any technical book or non-technical book, you can get copyright. And you have a lab manual, question banks, and comparing students. They may have their own anchoring script, and then poems, stories. You can get copyright for anchoring script, poems, developed apps, and lecture notes, videos, thesis, and your project reports and other any creative works. But as a faculty, as a student, we can get copyright for all these documents, right? Because we are not a composer for creating music, and we are not a cinematographer to create a film. But some students, they are interested in short film also. If you take a short film, you can get copyright. That is also okay. So these are the things one can easily get copyright. And other areas where you can get copyrights for applications and websites. So application, if you develop any app, that can be copyrighted under Copyright Act, and that should be coming under the literary work. When you want to register an app for copyright purpose, then that should be registered under literary work. And the registration will cover any screen display generated by the program, provided that the computer code generating the screen display is submitted by the applicant. Simple screenshot of display of an app not eligible for copyrights. It means when you have a source code for your application and you have to run the code, and side you'll get the application. You have to apply that screenshot when you want to apply for a copyright. Simply by taking snapshot of your applications or an app, that will not be eligible for copyright. So you need to have source code, object code, and the code generated screenshot should be submitted for the application purpose, right? And similarly for website, so website means it is not a single thing. It has many things like photographs available in websites, and writings also available in websites, musical works, sounds, even videos are also available in the websites. If you want to get copyright for website, you have to apply separately for each and every work. If you have any literary works, writings, poems, stories on the website, then you have to get that under literary work. And if you have any paintings, photographs, charts, any other things, that is coming under the artistic work. And if you have any sound recording or musical related items on the website, you have to get copyright separately for the musical work. Finally, all those separated applications will be combinedly called website copyrights. There is no single copyright for website. Combined work of literary, artists and musical works. All those things, nothing but copyright for your website. And this is the cost for copyright. The first and the foremost thing, literary, dramatic, musical, and artistic work, which is just 500 rupees per work. And according to my resume, uh, I got 5 copyrights under the first A category, which is 500 rupees only. If you are eligible, I mean, if you are willing to take one more author with you, then you can divide the money. 250 and 250 is less money, so you can apply for copyrights in the literary, dramatic, and musical work. But if it is coming to the cinematographic work in the last section, section 45, the video is 500 rupees per work. If you have any lecture video, and you can get copyright, but the cost of legal information, even patents or trademarks, all those information available on Google. But the thing is, how to apply practically into the website, and what to do from the step 1 to, and finally how to receive the certificate. And that's what the practical approach, and that's what important here, and that's what I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. Okay, so up to this, just a theory. You can get all those information in the copyright website also, as well as in the Google also. Right. So now getting into the actual copyright registration workflow, practical approach. See, first thing is we want to file of applications with that 500 rupees. Once you file your application, they will issue a diary number. Right? They will issue a diary number and 30 days mandatory waiting for objection. Why this 30 days mandatory waiting is, you file a document or any book for copyright and someone claims that it is my work, then you have to face objection letter from the copyright office, and that is the reason we have a 30 days mandatory waiting period for objection. If anyone objects that your work is their work, then you will have to face the other steps. For that objection, they will give 30 days mandatory waiting period, and if there is objection filed, then they will send a letter to both parties, which means the author of who is claiming copyrights now, and already they say I have a copyrights for the same document. If these two authors claim uh, ownership for the same document, a copyright office will send a letter to the both parties, and they will get reply from both parties, and hearing by register from both parties, they will listen to the reply from the both authors, and finally they will decide who has the actual rights for the particular literary or creative work. If all those things are clear, which means you own your copyrights, means then they will proceed your application to application accepted to application objection, and objections rejected. If the other objector got success, then your application will be rejected. For example, I take a Robin Sharma book and I type the entire page and I apply for copyrights, and someone sees this and say that this work is already done by Robin Sharma or some other Charles Alexander or whoever else, then my application will be rejected by the registrar office. So we have to be careful when you want to file a copyright. It should not be a other works, but it is modified work is accepted. I'll tell you that secret at last. Okay, so modified work of any others work will be accepted, but the actual work of others is not accepted. Simply speaking, many music composer we say now that it is a tune of someone else. They steal and they modified it and they put it in their movie. That is what we claim nowadays. Music composers, they steal old musics and they put it in different way and they create their own musics. This is what we say, that is acceptable in copyrights, which means modification can be done but exact work cannot be copied. So once there is a objection is overruled, your application is going into the next level. So application accepted, objection is rejected. If objector got win, then your application will be rejected. So once there is no objection for the 30 days mandatory period, then you will come to this side, no objection side. So after 30 days, there is no objection from any side, then your application is proceed to the scrutination by examiner. So scrutination by examiner will take 15 days, and after scrutiny, they will send a discrepancy letter to you if there is any discrepancy. So discrepancy means if there is any mistakes or if they want some clarification from your work, they will send a letter. That letter is called discrepancy letter issued to the applicant, and then you have to reply to the registrar related to your discrepancy question. And once you send a reply, then they will hear your reply, and if they are okay with your reply, then they will proceed to the next level. And if there is no discrepancy, then your application will go to the next level directly, hearing by the registrar due to the rejections, and go to the registration level, right? So if there is a discrepancy found, you have to reply to the discrepancy letter, and then will come to the registration approved, yes or no. So there is no objection for 30 days, and there is no discrepancy from your letter. Directly you will get, after scrutiny, directly you will get register approved copyrights. And finally, after 30 days, around after 30 days, you will get a certificate from Government of India, both soft copy as well as hard copy to you and soft copy to your mail. You will receive both things, right? So this is the entire process of copyright registration. So simply you are filing and paying the amount, and there is no objection and there is no discrepancy. Directly you will get copyrights. If there is an objection and there is a discrepancy, you have to wait a bit longer to get your copyrights. But anyhow, you will get copyright after clearing objections and discrepancy for your creative work. Okay, so this is all about how to file copyrights for your creative work. And this flowchart may look a little weird because we have objections and discrepancy word here. If you avoid or remove objection and discrepancy word, you can directly come the first three steps and scrutiny and discrepancy, and finally registration. There is no discrepancy and objection. See, for my work also, I got 2 to 3 discrepancy letters. I'll show you the discrepancy letter also, right? Now we'll get into the practical approach, how to apply for copyright. Kindly make a note, or if it is a recorded one, no issues. You can get video from Jagan sir and Vinod sir, no problem. So how to apply practically your copyrights. So simply get into the copyright. Just type copyright in Google. You'll get copyright government.in and click here. Right. So this is your copyright website. So Copyright Office, Government of India. So this is the copyright page where you want to apply your documents. I hope you all can see me or see in the slide. Jagan sir, is this visible? Yeah, thank you. Because I want to make sure you should apply one copyright after the presentation. That's why. Right. Right. So from here, the practical approach begins. So when you want to file a copyright, first get into this left side, online services, where you can see e-filing of applications, the left side. Okay. And before getting into that, I'll show you the other things. See, you can see here, frequently asked questions, FAQ. If you click that, you'll get plenty of questions and answers. Right. So here they'll tell you what is copyright, what is the scope of protection, and is it necessary to register or what? Thank you. Thank you. Right. So from this page, frequently asked questions, you can get answers for whatever the question comes in your mind related to the copyrights. You can get here, right? And workflow. That's what I showed you in PPT. All those informations available in here, and that's what I said. Everything is available in Google except the proper way how to get from the step 1 to till you receive your certificate, and that's what I'm going to tell you now. It is not a secret because knowledge should be spread to others, right? So e-filing applications, below this online services, just click register of copyright form 11.5. Once you click this, you'll get into this page, and here if you are already a user, you can use user ID password. If not, over here you can see new user registration, right? Click here to create your own user ID and password, right? This is just like how we create a mail ID, right? For your own ID and password. This is title. You can give Mr. and your name, surname, address line, pin code, and question and answer for remembering your passwords. And you can create your own user ID, password, and confirm password, and then enter the verification code. Submit. You'll get you can create your own login ID and password from this. This is a new user registration sign up. And once you've done this, you'll get username and password, and then you can go back. And I have already I want username and password, and then type the verification code. Yeah, fine. So once you enter into this, you have to apply for the applications. Very simple. And I'll tell you what is the status of application and other information a little later. We'll get into the step-by-step process how to apply. So this is your login page and e-filing application. Click e-filing application in the left side below online services, and over here in the red mark, click here for online copyright registration. You can click here to file your copyright. So there are 4 steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. And below this, you have to fill up the application and then move to the next step. Say for example, communication on this subject may be addressed. Where you want to communicate, I'll just put JC and Nanda Engineering. And you can fill up only the star information. No need to fill up all the other information. I just accept. And once you completed this, you can save it. Once you saved, it will direct into the step 2. Data stay saved and successfully, and redirect into the second step. Yeah, this is step 2. And step 2 is very important. Listen carefully. Right. So category of applicant, whether it is individual or for business or any other purpose. And since we apply all the creative document works, we can use individual. And if it is communication, same as communication address, you can click same as communication address, and you can see what I gave in the step 1, JC, Nanda, ENGG, all those things will come over here, right? If you want to give different names here, you can give it, no issues. That is for step 1, that is for communication address, and this is for applicant address. Okay, applicant means you can give some other name also, you can give some other address also, but since I am the only person applying for the communication address as well as the applicant, I clicked same as communication address, so I got this information over here. Okay, and then you have to upload your signature. So signature, we got it. And upload your signature. Right, so you got it. And then nature of the applicant, interest in copyright of the work. And this is what we discussed in the theoretical, whether it is author or owner or publisher or composer, producer or artist. So we are applying documentation related works like books, question bank, or whatever the projects report, lab manuals, we can apply in the author mode. And class of work is, it is a literary writing works, so literary or dramatic. And if you want to describe your work, you can describe, otherwise you can leave it because it is not a starred one. And you have to put title of the work. For example, I put question bank circuit theory. And language of your work, if it is English, you can give English. It is auto saved. And name, address, nationality of the author. If the author is deceased, date of the deceased. If someone has died but they have contributed to your work, you can give their name also, right? But I put same as applicant because applicant is my name. JC Nanda ENGG. Okay, address of the author. And if you want to add one more author here, you can add more, and then you can give some name. So there are two authors. Name of the author JC and Papu. There are two authors. Now you can have two authors for the same work. If you want, if you have three authors, four authors, you can add author names over here, right? So applicant name you can give only one name. That is enough, right? For communication address also one is enough. But authors, two or more authors contributed for the same work, you can add authors list over here so that they also get benefited because of this work. And eighth criteria is whether work is published or unpublished. Your work is unpublished work, so click unpublished. And year and country of first publication, name, nationality of the publisher. I give it as nothing. And years, see, all the other informations are irrelevant to you. See, year and country of first publication. If you have already published the same work, then you have to apply for this. If not, which means unpublished work means all these things were not enabled. If you give published work, then this will be enabled. Okay, since it is unpublished work, the other informations are irrelevant at this particular point. So this is also irrelevant. 10, 11 also. So never is if you have to give various rights, which means your work is someone, but if you want to give rights to someone else, those who does not produce any contribution in the same work, if you want you can give, otherwise we can give same as author. There are two authors, right? We can add, or if you want to add rights for selling the books, you can add one more person newly here. Okay, if no, you can just leave it, no issues. And names and address of nationality of other person, it is also not applicable. See, whenever you see other persons, you can just press not applicable, and this is irrelevant. This is irrelevant once it is not applicable. So everything is done. So the simple thing is upload your signature, create authors, and if you want to give rights to someone else, add here. If not, just click same as author. All the other informations are not applicable. Just save, and it will go to the third step. Right. Third step is very simple. If it is original work, just click yes. All the other informations will be irrelevant, which means it will not be enabled. You can see nothing is enabled if it is a original work. If it is not original work, where the work has been adapted, that you have to mention the work in which you adapted. Since it is a new or original work, I just click here. All the other things will be disabled. So just save. And it will redirect to fourth step. Fourth step is just a payment step. See here, it is a e-payment. Total amount submission is 500 for literary and dramatic work. If you click pay, it will redirect to the online payment method. ₹500 with some percentage of tax. So I agree with terms and condition and press make a payment. It will direct to the payment page, online payment page. Right. So once you clicked all those captcha and confirm, then you will get into the payment page, online payment, whether you can use either debit card, credit card, any cards accepted in this particular process. Okay, so 500 rupees for filing your literary work. So next page is your payment page. You can use your debit card or credit card to pay your amount 500 rupees. That's all. So once you paid the amount, you will get a PDF document of the payment slip and the 4 steps which you filed earlier. All those things will come as a PDF format. I hope you understood. See, the 4 steps we filled address for communication, and second step we filled the author's rights to someone else. Third step it is original work, and fourth step is payment. So all the 3 step informations where of the entire document, 2 copies, right? So 2 copies of entire documents along with the payment slip also. Payment slip also will come as a PDF form. So payment format, PDF format, and the 3 steps information, PDF format. So you have to make 2 copies of the same information, and you have to courier that to the register office. So I'll go back to the home page because I'm not going to pay amount because it's just a fake information. No? Sorry, it's redirected to non-tax payable. So copyright office. That's what I thought to stop in the third step, but I went to the fourth step, payment step also. Next, I'll show you what is the discrepancy I received and the certificate, discrepancy letter, all those things now, and how to see the diary number, status of the application, all those things I'll show you. Right. So once you paid your amount, as I said, you'll get PDF of the document what you typed and the payment slip also. So you take 2 copies of the PDF and you have to register to the register office. And the address of the register is also available in the same PDF format. You can see there itself, right? So you have to courier those 2 copies into the register office, but along with the work which you want to register. Say for example, I'm applying my copyright for question bank circuit theory. Then you have to have PDF of the payment slip and PDF of the 3 steps information. Along with these two, you have to keep 2 copies of the question bank in a typed PDF format, and you have to print out 2 copies along with the PDF of the copyright information and the work you want to get copyright. So these 3 information should be couriered to the courier office means the copyright register office. Okay, the address of the register office also available in the PDF format. Okay, so once you've done this, how to upload a document in the government office, the copyright office. So we have a hard copy of the information and soft copy of 2 information, payment slip and 3 step information available in the copyright. But how to apply soft copy of your work, question bank work, into this copyright office is, so simply upload your work and documents over here. So in the online services, you can see upload your work and document. If you click this, you'll get the information about your registered information. Just now we registered 3 step information. That information will be appearing over here, right? Since we stopped our work in the fourth step, payment method, there is no work awaited records over here. But if you completed the payment step, you'll get a table over here, and in that table there is an option upload your work, and if you click upload your documents, then you have to upload the question bank of the circuit theory which we have mentioned here. So that should be uploaded in this particular area, right? So hard copy also available and soft copy also available, the same information, a payment slip, 3 step information and question bank. That is, hard copy is ready and soft copy should be applied at this particular location. Upload your documents. So once you've done this, soft copy also uploaded into the copyright office, and hard copy also you have to courier to the copyright office, the register office, right? So once you've done this, the process is over. But how to see the status of my application? You can see here in the online service below here, status of the application. And status of the application, you have to mention your diary number. See, once you paid your amount, 500 rupees, in that document itself, you will get diary number, and that diary number is nothing but unique ID for your own work. And if you type that work over here and click view status, then it will come whether it is pending or objection, or it is scrutiny process, or it is approved process, or it is registered process. And that information will appear below this enter diary number box. Below that, the information will come over here. Okay, and I'll show you how this will appear. I hope you can see the screen. Right. So this is one of my work. Right. So this one, 1053/2019 hyphen CO/L. This is nothing but my diary number. This is my unique ID. So 1053 is my work number. This is year of the applied work, and CO/L is nothing but literary work. CO is for copyright. So copyright/L is literary work. And just see, solid state electronic devices and materials question bank for EC student. This is what I developed, and I added one more author, Dr. S. Kavita, my dean. And the status you can see here, it is in scrutiny process. So your work is scrutiny process, then it will go to the next step. So as I said, you can see here in the enter diary number. If you enter here, view status, you'll get all those information. Okay, this is first step. So once you completed the entry process, then you want to check your status of the process. This will be the first status, scrutiny. Second status is re-scrutiny. See, I got some discrepancy letter from copyright office, and till I clear my discrepancy, sorry, after clearing my discrepancy, I got this information, re-scrutiny. I hope you can see this. So after clearing discrepancy, I got a re-scrutiny. And next step, after re-scrutiny, my application got approved. The same information, 1053, got approved after clearing my discrepancy. So this is the next step, and final stage is registered. I missed the information of 1053 diary number, so I took 5054, the other diary number information. So final stages, first is waiting, second is scrutiny, and if there is any discrepancy, you have to clear, and it will be re-scrutiny. And once all those scrutiny process done, you will get approval process, and once it is approved, finally you will get registered. Once you get this registered status on your copyright website, then you will get the hard copy and certificate of the information. Certificate of copyright information will be sent to your mail ID, as well as the courier of the hard copy of copyright certificate, and your document with the government seal will come to your communication address. And you can see this one. So this is extract from a register of copyrights. So once you registered, you'll get registration number for your work. This is not a diary number, it is a registration number. And name, address, it is my name, and author, and the title of the work is The Mysterious Guide, and the language is English. And below this, you can see government seal, Copyright Office, Government of India, and Deputy Register of Copyrights. This is the final certificate of your work, which means you get your copyrights, which means once you receive this, your work is under great protection. If someone copies your work, you can claim that it is your work, and you can file a case against. This is a question bank and short question and answer, so it is not necessary to file a complaint against anybody. But if you are writing a book like The Mysterious Guide or some other technical books, if someone takes your work and claims that it is their work, then you can show that it is protected under government copyright office, So you cannot take my work and show it to others that as your work. So it is purely protected now. And the other information is, this is a mysterious guidebook, and I have a soft copy in my system. Someone may take the soft copy and print it and publish it as a book. But if I protected this particular copyright act, then I can publish the book even after 2 to 3 years also. Nobody can steal my work and publish it, because it is already protected. I protected this in 2019, but you can publish the book in 2020 or 25 also, because my work is already protected by the government. So it is not necessary to worry about whether someone will steal the work or not. No issues. Okay. So this is all about the certificate which you will receive once everything is. And the last one which I want to show you now. See, these four information: details of processing fees, all the informations will be available on the website itself, and checklist where what are the documents should be submitted to the copyright office. But all these informations will be available already in your PDF, so no need to worry about. And if you want to see received application, click received application, but you have to see this, right? So this is the way you can see your own work every month. So every month they will release this work for objection, and it will be appearing for 30 days, and you can check, and you can file a complaint that if it is your work, you can file a complaint also. So that is the waiting period for 30 days. After this waiting period 30 days only, your application will go to the scrutiny, and scrutiny, after scrutiny, if there is discrepancy, you'll get a discrepancy letter. I'll show you the discrepancy letter. And after discrepancy letter clearance, you'll get re-scrutiny. After re-scrutiny, you'll get approval. After that, you'll get register. And I forgot to show you the discrepancy letter. See, everything is open to you. I'm not going to hide anything, because my intention is someone should get copyright after this seminar. Right. Now you can see, with the reference to your application, while scrutinizing the application, the following discrepancy have been observed. Further clarification is required with respect to the following. No objection certificate required from college in favor of applicant. See, what I did in that copyright work is, I put college name as a communication address, but my name is, actually I live in some other place. My official address is Nanda Engineering College. I put my official address as an institution. Institution, what is the contribution done towards the applicant? So they asked no objection certificate from the college, because I used college name in my application, Nanda Engineering College, JC Nanda Engineering College. So they want to clear whether the college object to use college name in the application or not. So if you type a letter from the college, principal sign is enough. So no objection certificate you can get from the principal, and attach with the discrepancy letter, and along with the two works, you have to send the no objection certificate from the college, and you have to remove that discrepancy within 30 days. If not, your application will be rejected. Once you cleared this, then the next step, re-scrutiny and approval, and then finally registration will be done. Okay, so this is what the discrepancy I received, and you may get some other discrepancy also. The other discrepancy letter which I received for the other workers, I mentioned my team name in the applicant, sorry, authors. So they asked no objection certificate from the second author, right? Because applicant is my name and author is two. So whether there is any objection from the second author for filing copyrights, then I have to get no objection certificate from the second author also. So I got a letter from my dean ma'am with their with the seal, with the green sign. Discrepancy means not about the other discrepancies. Objection is different, discrepancy is different. Discrepancy is related to your work, objection is related to some other work, which means someone claims that your work is their work. That is objection. This is discrepancy. So once you clear this, you'll get a copyright certificate from the register office. So this is the practical approach how to get copyright from the copyright office. So finally, you will get this one. See where you can see 9, 10 or NA, NA and 11, sorry, 12, sorry, 13 and 14 NA, NA. This is what irrelevant to our work. I just recall the second step where we mentioned author name, nationality of the author. If there are two authors, single author in that page, the other irrelevant works coming as NA, 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 NA. Only the actual information is just three. You can see here 7, 11 and 12. These are the information required to get a copyright. All the other things are your works, whether it is author, English or title of the work, all the unpublished or published, all those information. So you want to mention 7, 11, 12. If it is one author, two author, three author, you can add all those informations to get your work to get your work copyrighted. And if you have any doubt regarding applying copyright, you can ask me, because I want someone at least register a copyright after this seminar. That is what my objective. Not to tell you about what is copyright, example of copyright, validity of copyright, all those theoretical information. My intention is someone, faculty or student, should file copyright after this particular seminar. That's why I am here. And if you have any questions related to sorry guys, there was a interruption in my network connection. That is why. So I disconnected my laptop. Yeah, yeah, audible, sir. Just now I disconnected my laptop and I connected to my phone. If you have any question, no, no, you have to create an app and a website for applying copyright. Yeah, yeah, you can apply all the copyright. I mean, all the applications and all the websites. If it is your own work, you can apply for copyrights. If others works, you cannot apply others works for your copyrights. What you mentioned is others applications in others website, right? Yeah, yeah, sure. It is available in Play Store also, no issues. Mine. So I will be happy if someone applied copyrights and received the certificate. That is the part, and I will be helping you. No problem. Or if you feel shy to ask me, and just call me.